This next story is actually a common theme that I have seen as I've done different QHHD sessions. This particular client came in as an Indian chief, and he had a whole tribe that he oversaw, took care of, and he took his duties as being the protector of his tribe very, very seriously. He was out one day with some of the other members of the tribe, and they were scouting and looking because they had heard that there was some predators that maybe were in the area. And while they were out, the predators actually came in and set fire to the village. And as soon as they realized that it was a trap, that they were gone, and they came back as quickly as possible, and his wife and his child died in the fire. And he took this very, very hard. It was his job to protect the village and his job to protect his family. And he didn't do that. He failed at it. He actually became useless as a chief. He was so distraught and so torn apart with guilt, feeling that this was his fault, that his family and that so many tribe members had died, that he was never able to actually pick up the pieces and be able to step back in and to be able to help that tribe to rebuild and find a new place, of safety. And he wound up being somebody that they had to take care of, and somebody else had to actually step up in order to be able to take care of it. And he became literally like listless, and he just until he died, he like carried that guilt with him so strongly that he never accomplished another thing right all the way through until his death. And so in this session, it's always the interview first. You're trying to, learn about your client and what's going on with them and the stories in their life. And it was really interesting because my client, prior to going into this past life regression, had shared many, many instances where they were holding on to guilt and they felt that, they could have done better. And they were raised in an environment where you always had to be the top of the line, the top of the class, the best of the best. And if you weren't good enough. And so then there was this worthiness and this feeling of guilt that they were just carrying with them all along. And when we got to the higher self, they said that the reason that this was the lifetime that was brought forward was because they wanted my client to be able to understand how devastating holding on to that guilt can be to a person, and that it's something to acknowledge, to then be able to learn from. And once you have the learnings, it is the art of letting go. So many times there's things that happen, in our lives, and it isn't that they happened that is really the story. It's how we handle them once they happen, how we step forward, because nobody's life just goes, smooth as can be, easy peasy. Things happen, and it's how we handle it when it happens. How do we step up and step forward when these things happen in our lives? Being able to then let go of those negative emotions, right? That guilt, those beliefs that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, right? I'm not big enough, I'm small, I'm, invisible, I'm hiding, whatever it is that, we're holding on to for those beliefs, being able to let those go, just preserve the learnings and let go of the emotions and the beliefs that aren't serving us, so that we can then step into our higher and, divine self. So, the belief is that we've all come into this lifetime with a higher purpose, right? With a soul purpose. Like there's a divine reason that we showed up into this lifetime and what we're supposed to be doing, fulfilling that soul purpose in this lifetime. And once we start holding on to those emotions or those beliefs, they get in the way of us being able to then follow that divine purpose and live our soul's passion, right? And really experience the joy in life that we're supposed to be experiencing in life. So really interesting, session, and again, a common theme that I've actually seen in quite a few of the sessions that I've done. So I thought it would be interesting to share it here, and I hope that you enjoyed. And this is Rebecca with Mind Over Matter Hypnosis, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and that you continue to have a wonderful day, week, weekend, wherever we are. Bye.